Hi guys, this is Dormouse03. Welcome to my Deus Ex Mankind Divided walkthrough on I Never Asked for This difficulty. We are also doing the Foxiest of the Hounds achievement and trophy and the Pacifist achievement and trophy. This is mission 9, checking out the men in charge. So this mission is pretty short and not too terribly difficult. The first thing that we are doing right now is heading to Miller's apartment. And it's going to be this apartment complex number 33 or whatnot over on the northwestern side of the map. Here we are. And look, that woman magically disappeared. It's amazing. She was gone after I made a little save there. So I thought that was funny. Anyway, we are going to go across to this side of the apartment complex, and his apartment is up on the second floor. If you check your map, you can kind of see where it is. It's this apartment number 203 right behind us right now. And I do like that it tells you on the right hand side of that little map there which level your objective is on, because sometimes it can get confusing which level you need to go to. But you'll see that the door is locked. We could hack that open, but the easiest way to get in here is to jump on this ledge right here and then jump over to this ledge right here and open the window. Sometimes the jump is finicky on this thing, like you can clip onto the sides of ledges and stuff, so sometimes even a little short jump like that you can fail, but you won't die if you fall off the ledge there. You'll just fall down to the bottom and you'll have to walk back up the stairs. But I figured that's the easiest way to show you guys how to get into his apartment without having to do any hacking and risk setting off any alarms and stuff. So we come in here, there's a couple of things to loot, but the main thing that you want to do is go up to this punching bag, hit X to interact with it, and you will punch the punching bag there, and you pick up the key card off of that desk. And that's really all you need to do for the mission. You will see me pick up a couple more things in here just because I'm showing you where some stuff is. In this safe is some good stuff, so I'm going to show you how to get into that. You can hack it. I believe it's a level 5 hack. But if you use one of these multi-tools, which we don't have right now, but I'm going to craft one, and so that'll kind of show you guys how to do that if you don't have a multi-tool. You can always use your crafting parts that you have either picked up, or you can sell some stuff to be able to do one. It takes 120 crafting parts, and you can create yourself a handy dandy little multi-tool. The reason why I am doing this is because it's a fair trade for getting into this safe. Because if you use a multi-tool to get into the safe, you also get a multi-tool when you open the safe. So I'm just looking for it right now. I wasn't sure exactly like why it wasn't showing up, because I know I purchased it, but I didn't have enough room for it in my inventory. So it threw it on the ground. And so what I had to do is just drop some stuff, pick up the multi-tool. This is my perpetual problem in these games, is that my inventory is always full. I should buy the thing to increase my inventory, but I figure that's kind of a waste of a Praxis kit. So this is the story of my life, folks. Never enough room in the inventory. So anyway, we have it now. We use it on this terminal here to unlock the safe. And then when we open the safe, you'll see that right there is a multi-tool. So we got back our investment, which is why I did that. And then there's a couple of other things in there that you can pick up. And it's got code for a safe and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I can't pick up any of this crap right now, and so what I'm gonna do is head over to the vendor. The vendor, that's the word I'm searching for. The merchant. And sell some stuff and then come back and pick up some of this other stuff. I'm going to cut that out just because you don't need to see me come back to his apartment and loot all the stuff from it. So that's what I'm going to end up doing right now. I'm doing a little bit of inventory reworking just because I wanted to be able to pick up a couple of things and that were a little bit more, they sell for a little bit more. So there's a sniper rifle in there. There's sniper rifle ammo. That sells for quite a bit. There's those gas grenades and things. And so those are the things that I was picking up and making sure that I'm going to sell. And so the merchant is conveniently located in these apartment complexes as well. So I'll show you where he is right here in apartment 301. Go over to him and then I'll just clip out selling stuff to him right here. And so that was the first round of selling stuff. And then I went back to the apartment and picked up some stuff and sold some more things. And now we're going to be heading out of here. And at this point I had a lot of credits, and so I kept this in here just to remind you guys, so that I made sure to remind you. I went over to the other side of Prague and purchased another one of the Praxis kits from the merchant who sells them in Jensen's apartment complex. So, like I said, I clipped out the part where I went back to Miller's apartment and picked up all that stuff that I couldn't carry in my inventory. Figured you guys didn't need to see that. But I did do that, and that's how I ended up with some more credits here than it seems like I would have had just by selling the stuff that was in my inventory to begin with. And now we're going to head up here. We're going to buy a Praxis kit from this guy. And then we're going to continue on with the mission. And like I said, you don't have to do this at this point. You probably have enough Praxis kits to get all of the things that you need. But I am putting this stuff in there in case people are struggling and need some more Praxis kits, need some more abilities, need something that I'm not using. I'm trying to use kind of the bare minimum of augments so that people who are following this and you want to buy more augments will be even better off than I am right here. So that's kind of the strategy of this. You see, I purchased this thing, I didn't even use it. So I'm just trying to show you guys a good way to get you some advantage on these levels, because it's going to be a little bit tougher coming up toward the second half of the game. I would say really the main difficult mission that we've had so far was mission 7 when we were in Gollum City, but things will definitely get difficult again here soon. And so I just want to be prepared for that. So we're going to head back to Palisade Station, and we're going to be going back to headquarters. And we have a short little mission here, which is cool on its own. But anybody who has played Breach Mode for this game will recognize what we are about to do as kind of an introduction to the mechanics that you find in Breach Mode. And while it was an interesting little aside for this particular mission for the main game, Breach Mode is just, I didn't enjoy it. So you can't skip this cutscene, apparently, but I just flew through the dialogue with Alex. We're gonna give her the evidence, I guess, is what I chose to do there. And blast through the rest of this conversation with her, and then she's going to ask us to use this device, which is pretty cool. Story-wise, it's pretty interesting. This is how a lot of the leaders meet with each other. They go to these virtual locations and they set up avatars for themselves. And this introduces the idea that someone can use an avatar that doesn't actually look like them, because we are going to be using Miller's avatar. So we will look like Miller when we head into this virtual space, but we are actually obviously Jensen. And you have a little bit of story stuff that I'm gonna clip out, that little cutscene, and then we're going to have some data nodes that we're gonna need to hack. So, like I said, this is almost like an introduction to breach mode here. It's pretty simple. There are a couple of places that you can fail here, though, if you aren't prepared for what you're doing. You probably want to make some safety saves once you head into this machine, because there are some things that you're going to want to remote hack, and it gives you the ability to do that. So, like I said, there was a little cutscene there, and then we're going to head downstairs and hack some security nodes. So you go into that little triangle, the purple triangle, and then I believe there are 5 of these things that we need to hack. And so the first one is here, and you just want to make sure that you don't fail all of the little, you get like 3 tries with these things, and you want to make sure that you don't fail all 3 of them. So here's the first data tower. Pretty simple. Because if you do fail all 3 of them, I think that it sets off an alarm, and so since we are going for no alarms, we don't want to do that. And so for this next one, you see there's some lasers and stuff. You don't want to go into the lasers. The lasers are not a good idea. So we're going to get up on this cube, and then you should be able to jump from the one cube onto the top of here and drop down onto the data node. And once you hit the data node, then you can exit this area. It should make those, lasers go away. And so that's cool. And then from here, you can hack these little pillars that come out and create a path for you to get to the next data node. And we're just going to come around here and hop across the pillars to get to number 3. And so, you can do these last 4 of them in any order, really. I'm just showing you a path that I think is most efficient. So we got that one, and we're going to head to number 4. And now the 4th one is sort of tricky. It makes you think that there are these laser grids and things that you have to walk through to get to it, which is one way. But the way that I'm going to show you is much safer, I think. We're going to head up into this vent, and all you have to do is hack a couple of pillars to be able, and ladders to be able to get up into the section where the 4th data tower is, and that will save you from having to go through the laser grids, which is awesome. So we're just gonna hop up here. And I don't know if the one that we are hopping to is any taller than the first one that I hopped up onto, so you might just be able to hop straight up onto the one that you wanted to go to. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a silly, silly person. So we hack this ladder. You notice that that one had 2 little nodes that you needed to hit. So just be aware of that. Be careful with those because, it's not difficult, but it makes it feel like it's a little bit nerve-wracking because especially when you get to these last ones and, you're almost done and you want to get through the thing, it's easy to mess up. And so there, if you saw in the background, were the laser grids that, this mission makes you think if you go a certain way, you think you have to go through those, but you do not. So we are almost done here. We just have one more data node, and you see it's right up there. We just don't want to get in the line of sight of that camera. And so there is a vent around behind one of these cubes, but it's not either of these 2. I'm looking for it. I'm like, where are you? I know there's a vent, but it's neither one of those. You have to walk up a little bit. And we are going to find it. There's a laser grid that you would have had to go through once again. Here is the cube. So it's just to the right of that camera that we're trying to avoid is the cube that covers up the sneaky little vent over here that we can use to get around and bypass the majority of the nonsense that you would have had to go through to get to this last tower. You want to be careful coming out of here because there is a camera on the right. And you just want to hack this firewall to pull that pillar down and block off that camera from being able to see you as you head up this ladder and hit the last tower. And as soon as you hit this tower, it should take you into a cutscene that will effectively end this level. And we're going to skip that, and then it'll take us back outside of this little machine. Jensen has now learned some important things with the story, which is cool. Learning more about these Illuminati guys. And when you exit this room, you're going to talk to the psychiatrist. She's going to give you a side mission. That side mission is kind of complicated, I guess, and I would recommend not doing it if you don't need to, which you shouldn't really need to, especially if you've been collecting Praxis kits and stuff that I've been showing you and credits and things so that you can buy some of them. I don't think there's any real need to go and do that one for the experience, so I would recommend skipping that one and continuing on with the missions. So that was mission 9. Pretty short, pretty simple, but I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I will see you in mission 10.